Guys, before we get into the actual tutorial, I wanted to show you guys some of my inspirational pictures that I was looking at before I started to do this DIY. As you can see, they range all different prices, but I finally settled on this design right here. So I'm getting ready to get into what you need for this DIY. Hi fam, welcome back to our channel Design on the Dollar. I'm your host Ida, and today we are going to do a ceiling mount light fixture, crystal light fixture. And so what you're going to need for this DIY is obviously some crystals, and I either got these from Amazon or Wish. I get them from both places. You're going to need some form of embellishments to go at the bottom of your light fixture. I'm not for sure which one I'm going to use yet. You're going to need a cap to a mason jar, and you're going to need a Dollar Tree wire hanging basket. So if you want to see how I create this flush mount light fixture, then just keep watching. Okay fam, so the first thing you're going to do is remove your chain for your to your hang flower basket. And then this is not a real hard project, but it is a time consuming project because of the way you have to do your crystals. And I am going to open these, but I'm going to be quiet so I can take the sound out because you know these are really noisy. Okay, so I want to make sure that these are the same size. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your link crystals and you're going to measure how much crystals you're going to need to swoop from the top of your hanging basket to the bottom of your hanging basket. And as you can see here, I've pre-did one, so you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 crystals, but you need to make sure you have the jump ring on both sides of your crystals. So I am going to cut several strands of these and then I'll be back. So now that we have all of our crystals cut down into 8 crystal strands with 2 jump rings on either end, we're going to start affixing it to our chandelier. So you're going to have to open up your jump rings. Okay, so I am going to open it and then slide it around the frame, and I am going to, I think I'm just going to put them on first and then go back in and hook them to the bottom. And guys, I'm going to do this all the way around, and then I'll let you guys know how many I am going to put in between here when I come back. So now that we have all the crystals on the hanging basket, and I put 8 in between, 8 rows, 8 beads, 8 strands between each one of them. So now what we have to do is the same thing that we did with this. We have to hook down here to the bottom, and I would like to say that I found an easier way of doing this, but I cannot report that. So, and I'm leaving them moving around right now until I get all of them hooked in, and then I'll go back and position them the way that I would like them to be positioned. And it's going to be a little bit harder to get them on down here because you're working with less space. just like that. And I'm going to do that to all of them, all the way around. And then when I come back, we'll affix the top the way we need to affix them. Now that we have all our crystals on our light fixture, because I have 8 up here in between here, I really don't need to hot glue these down. I will say getting all 8 of them in at the bottom was a challenge, but I really like the fullness and the way it looks at the bottom, which you'll be able to see once we hang it. So Mia, you're being rude. Want to say hi? Say hi. Look up. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi to the people. She doesn't like to be on camera, but she like to make noise. So we're gonna sit our light fixture aside, and in our home we have these dome type lights that screw in and has this piece right here on it. So we're going to set the light fixture off to the side. So you're going to bring your mason jar lid over, and you just want this piece right here, like I said. And how this is going to work is that you're going to glue this piece right here, just like this, onto your lid. And that way when you screw everything on, the mason jar will sit like this, the mason jar lid will sit like this, and then you're going to put your decorative piece right over here. So, but what we want to do first is decide what decorative piece we want. And I think I'm going to go with this, the crystal one. And I am going to use some E6000 and some hot glue together. And I'm going to go ahead and affix this on as well, right in the center of the E6000. Okay, and then we're going to let this dry overnight, and then we'll be ready to fix it on the wall, guys. I said if you want to, you can go in and hot glue the crystals in place so they don't move around up here at the top. But like I said, I think once I get them up there and I put them exactly where I want them, that I won't have any problems, because it's the fullness of it. So I decided to do 2 things before I hung it. Well, actually 3. The first thing I decided to do was to put some braces in between the fastener and the actual light fixture. So I'm gonna put one more right here, and all I do is take the this is a popsicle stick thing in this plastic, and it's about the size of the dollies that you can find at Walmart and places like that. And then I just come up here and find a spot on one of the metal strips that's leading from the top to the center. And when I find that, I just measure it out flush with the fastener, and then I hot glue it down. So I want you to see that. Second thing I decided to do was take 3 of the extra crystals, and I decided to put them on all 3 of the little basket hangers that was there. So I'm just putting some hot glue around the outer edge, not too much, and sticking the crystal right there. Okay, so now, and then the third thing I decided to do was actually take the rod out of the ceiling, and I'm going to screw it inside here, and then we're going to screw the whole thing up in the ceiling, because I was finding that trying to find this and then twist it on was a lot more difficult than being able to see where I need to start it at, and then being able to turn the whole light fixture to actually mount it up. So once I have it mounted, I will come back and I will show you guys the finished product hanging. Okay guys, here she is, all hung up, and I think she's gorgeous. Here she is with the light on.